in high school.
Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is K16 Mulholland. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and a shit ton of industrial-grade packing peanuts that can neither be recycled nor eaten. I mean, not for lack of trying, but...
Right.
Yeah. I mean, peanuts is in the name, so...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If they are the newer ones that are made out of like cornstarch, you can lick them and stick them together and build things with them. It's a lot of fun.
Why am I looking at my crotch right now? Anyways, your investigators.
Long enough to eat. No.
That is, yeah, up your butt. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Ben McKnight.
I don't know, guys. I got a skitty if this is going to get any more dangerous.
Lupine as Rosa Garcia.
I just want to punch things. Punch.
And Matt as Diego Kennedy.
Dang, I shouldn't have slipped those roids in Rose's drink earlier.
Roids. All right, well, welcome,
not what you think, though. They're hemorrhoids.
They're hemorrhoids. Straight in the drink. It's been a couple weeks since we recorded. So how you guys doing, Ben, during that time?
Are you talking to the audience? Let's wait and see what they say.
We're
waiting a long time.
How have you
Call
been?
us now at 1-888 Lovecraft.
We'll be waiting on Times Square.
Ooh.
Yes,
Yes, your answer will go live out to New York City, the entirety of New York City.
My July has been great. I've had limited work and more free time, so
Nice.
that's very nice.
Cool.
Very sweet.
My July has sucked.
Go ahead. It sucked. Okay, well, that puts a damper on my thing. Because I was going to say, I just got back from a long vacation driving from Michigan to see friends.
Well, no, okay. So that's
so terrible having to be around Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
shit.
right?
It's the worst.
Took me to a steakhouse.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I wish I... So I did go for a long car drive along the East Coast, and boy, are my arms tired.
I don't get it.
I don't either. But in New York City, we got to have some delicious cocktails at our first ever speakeasy, which was super cool and exciting. So it got me thinking, where's the most unusual place you've ever had food or drink?
Oh, God, a porta potty. It's pretty unusual.
I don't feel like free. I want to know that story.
There isn't one. That was a joke.
Yeah, okay. I don't know that I'd even eat in a porta potty, even if I brought the food in.
First off, why would you bring the food in?
I do it for...
Right, exactly. Like, there's that, too.
Matt,
if you paid me enough, I would do it.
Free Snickers
I'm just
bars?
saying.
A quarter?
I don't think you could pay me enough. Sorry.
Trying to think of the most unique place.
Yeah. Food or drink? Most unusual place.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like obviously it wasn't, but it was like styled after the bridge of the Enterprise.
Oh,
cool.
Bar.
I went to there's a little theater in Chicago, and they had a festival, and was going to the festival, and part of the theater is they have like a nerdy bar. It's all nerdy sci-fi stuff, and they have a nerdy bar that's like modeled after like the bridge of the Enterprise. But and they serve like drinks like named after, I can't think of any right now, but they serve like drinks that have fun like Star Trek names, yeah, like that, and Star Wars names, and all kinds of like they were serving some Game of Thrones stuff and Harry Potter stuff before the witch turned into a just other the hairy
Gee, who
knuckle.
must
No,
not
they were
be
serving
named.
butterbeer. They
Whoa.
were serving butterbeer.
Butterbeer. Nice.
A hairy
Yeah.
knuckle.
Oh,
Right?
Nice.
Oh my.
Brian,
Yeah.
Matt, what you got?
No, you
Mine-
had to get that backstage.
None of my business. Mine was now that sparked a memory, which shouldn't really be that far off because it was only a few months ago in May. There's a group of people who put on a Star Wars extravaganza on a lot in downtown Detroit May 4th weekend. And the requirement to get in is you have to dress in character, anyone from the Star Wars universe, anyone really. It doesn't even have to be Star Wars, but that's the theme. And settling up to the bar that was a exact replica of the cantina was amazing. It was really cool. And seeing the 7.5 foot tall Chewbacca walking around the event was really cool too. All at night, all lit up, everybody in costume, lightsabers everywhere. It was cool. It was really cool.
Sweet. Matt?
What if you showed up as like a Star Trek character?
Someone
Would
came
they
in
hurt
as
you?
Data. Somebody showed up as Data and was walking around.
And they were cool?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like
Everybody
the
thought it was
people were
hilarious and got pictures with them.
awesome.
So it was really
That's
chill.
awesome.
It was
Oops,
a
wrong
cool
universe.
event. Very cool event.
Yes. Or Doctor Who.
He
Something
dressed
like
up as a droid.
Not the
So-
droid you're looking for, though.
Exactly. Matt?
I don't know, because it depends on how you stretch weird.
Say porta potty.
Unusual, I said.
Yeah, anywhere unusual or different. You've been to a couple places. Disney,
I wouldn't call it unusual, though.
a roller coaster.
the bridge of a starship. The actual bridge. But not
Your
accessory.
kitchen.
I mean, I went to a rainforest cafe in the mid 2000s. That was kind of weird.
Oh,
Walking backwards
Dinosaurs.
into the mid 90s.
Well, that's sort of where I went too. So back in the 90s, I attended my first trade show in Vegas. And I was sort of accompanying the sales team. I don't know why they brought me. I was the IT guy. But for dinner one night, we ascended to the very tip top of the newly built Stratosphere Hotel.
Ooh.
Well, where there was a rotating restaurant 1,100 feet in the air. Not only that, but they somehow managed to curate over 100 bottles of craft beer from around the world. A staggering number that seems logistically implausible, especially how high they were. I must say, though, after a few brewskis, trying to find where the bathroom was, after the core of the tower had rotated completely to a different position, over time was also logistically challenging for me. So.
And then all of a sudden, the newbie accidentally makes it go too fast, and all the beer goes shatter.
Hey, I actually rode the roller coaster that was on top of that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've been in that restaurant and we went early before the big rush. It goes faster until people fill it up.
That gets really,
Then
that
it
gets a
goes
little
slower
wobbly.
because of the weight.
Yeah.
So it was going really quick and I couldn't look out the window.
Yeah. Fun
That's
times.
a long time ago. Jeez.
Yep. Well, listeners, if you would
19.
like to drop us a letter from beyond and let us know where you've eaten or drank in unusual places, please visit lovecrafttapes.com anytime and fill out our contact form. We accept well-considered criticism, fawning praise, and even cold, hard cash.
Johnny Cash. Oh,
We did have a couple, not necessarily letters, but a couple remarks on social media.
Oh.
Fudgy Vamp says, "This is going to be fun. Just found you guys a few months ago and started going through a backlog. So welcome,
Ooh,
Fudgy
enjoy that.
Vamp. You've
It
got
goes with our log. Your fudgy vamp.
yes, we have a little fudge log for you.
Yeah.
It looks like a
It's not
Snickers
little.
bar
Along
and
with
it's in
our
a porta potty.
eggplants.
Yes, with many eggplant emojis for you. So welcome. I hope you enjoy catching up on these episodes. We got a note from Mike Hadfield who says also, just starting case 12, slowly catching up. So Mike's not
Nice.
too far behind, and I hope there's no shock awaiting him
Oh no.
in
Everything's
2
fine.
cases. So
You sent all the tasers out? Is that what you did?
all my tasers. But guys, thanks for those notes on social media. Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Looking for more letters, so zap me some stuff. I want to let you know that this show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. So just a quick shout out to all you folks who have helped us with, speaking of cold hard cash, and, basically trying to support Lupine's eggplant habit.
3 a day.
Yes, that's where all the money actually gets funneled to.
That was told in confidence, you guys.
Sorry. Eggplant, just shoot that stuff right up in the veins. That's how you do it, right?
Glad you said veins.
And she just screams, "Nightshade!" All right. Well, but before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break. So please, let's roll some Sweet D.
51.
Where is that 100? Yeah. 88.
3, 88,
Whoa.
38,
So
74,
I am
95.
selling to Rosa. I'm selling to Lupine, rather.
To who?
All right. Yeah. One of those
Mike.
people. So.
Jim.
All
Is it
right.
Bob
Well, welcome to this is my latest creation here. I really want to thank you for signing up for the first self-driving flying car.
I couldn't resist.
Well, here at Melon Husk Industries, we go out of our way to, one up the competition as we do. I'm thinking about changing the name. Melon Husk doesn't seem proper. What about just like a letter? What do you think of just a letter?
Like W?
W is, I think somebody already had that back in the late 80s. I don't know, a Bush guy, I'm not sure. But,
Yeah.
W is nice, though, because I think wings, I just think that we could really put wings on the flying car. What do you think?
Yeah. And then we could get the AI to sound like a guy named George.
Oh, you're perfect, man. You're right there in my same wavelength.
George, get
dude.
me off the crazy thing, you could say.
George? Oh, yeah, that gives me an idea. Maybe I should create like a robot maid. What do you think about that?
Ooh. Yeah. She could even wear a French maid costume.
Ooh, I like that idea. That's very. You and I, we're gonna get along together just so well. I think, if we could do that, and then maybe have the robot clean up all the messes that I make, the debris of other companies that I leave behind me.
Yeah. And even walk the dog.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's got to be a robot dog, right? We need a robot dog.
Well, of course.
You need a couple of those, I think. Well, look, before we get into future projects, we still need to finalize the details. So if you wouldn't mind, here is the contract for the self-driving flying car. If you could just sign here.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, I'm
and
looking through this, and I see a lot of disclaimers.
oh, yeah, well, those are just there. The lawyers make me do that stuff. Like, for instance, this one here, it says, you can't use the self-driving flying car to, say, dive for the Titanic. That would be a no-go.
Okay.
It's not rated for that. I mean, you could if you had enough money. You're welcome to try. I can't
Even
stop you.
Even though it's not rated, I could do it.
Exactly. So, just sign that, put your initials right there, and we'll move on.
Okay. Wait, what is this? It might pull your intestines out of your butt? Is that what that says?
That's just a warning. So, okay, if you read the fine print, a little bit of lemon juice on the contract usually helps. You'll see that you're going to be required to be in outer space the third Saturday of every month to act as a Linkstar Wi-Fi hub. And, if you open up the hatch in space, your
Do I have
intestines
to
might
hold
come out
an
your butt.
antenna?
Yeah, that's part of the deal, I'm
Okay.
afraid. It's
Okay.
it's really not that big a deal. It's you just need to be out there for like 12
So I mean,
hours.
really, you should pay me.
Well, absolutely, I think so. Well, if you promise to get verified, then I could pay you to pay me, and we'll be all
Oh,
set.
yes. With the blue check mark.
Yes, well, we're thinking about changing that color, like I said.
Right.
But what do you think of chartreuse?
I like chartreuse.
Hey, boss, what about white?
What do you think about super white?
Extra white.
Yes, originally like you say, if we do a letter like W, for instance, or X, no, probably a W, then what we'll do is we'll take that and make it a really cool design with lots of colors. But then when we actually show it on the website, then it'll be just white. We just like plain white.
Yeah, because it'll be all colors together.
Yeah, like with a white background.
Sure, I guess you could say that, but I mean, white is its own color, so we just like to keep it, pure.
Well, we've got to take all the colors back from the light because they stole it.
Okay, yeah, they stole the light. Yes,
Yes.
I think I saw the light. Was that a Johnny Cash song? I don't know. Is that a callback? I don't know. Anyways, okay, but right here is the final signature we need. Just ignore that little clause there.
Okay. Yeah. Here. Okay. Okay. All signed.
Thanks. Okay, so the last thing the lawyers tell me that I need to divulge is that the self-driving flying car is not actually self-driving.
So I've do the driving. Do I get a butler named George?
Well, sort of. You get the ghost of Elvis as your chauffeur. I hope that's not a problem.
Okay.
He kind of pops in and out of people's self-driving flying cars to give the illusion that they're self-driving, but it's actually the ghost of Elvis.
Mhm.
All right.
And
oh yeah,
I get my complimentary blue suede shoes, right?
absolutely. And you'll see on the bottom of these blue suede shoes, we've already emblazoned your name, George.
Oh, yes. That is my name. How did you know my name?
Well, you kept repeating it, so I just assumed.
Oh.
Plus, it's here in the contract.
That is true. I I thought you scraped it or something.
Oh no, I would never do that. Yeah, scraping. No.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
That's silly.
Well, I
Okay.
thank you once again for purchasing one of our melon husk self-flying driving. What? No, that's not it. One of those vehicles that I already junked, and we're gonna tear down that factory and put up something new. So
Yeah, and just just initial here and sign here, and we'll go into partnership.
all right. What am I doing? No, what am I signing this? Oh shit. Okay. I guess I just signed W over to you. So it's your company now. Have fun with it.
Yay! I have a company now. I don't know. Do you want to work for me after I fired you?
No, I'm thinking about going back to South Africa. I feel safer there.
Oh,
I can't be president here, I don't think so.
yeah. That's a real shame. That's a real shame.
And we're back. If Travis Tritt wrote a song about that product and or service, what would it be called?
What the fuck just happened? By Travis Tritt, coming this fall.
Only on Apple Play.
The subtitle would be Lupine can't keep a voice going.
That's a really weirdly specific subtitle.
And a long title.
Yeah.
Brian, Matt, what are your suggestions?
Oh, man.
Travis
Oh,
Tritt
boy.
song.
Travis Tritt. The good old Travis Tritt.
Yep. What would the song be
How
called?
about Heroes and No Friends?
Matt?
It's your turn, Matt.
I have no idea what it would be called, but no matter what he would title it, it would be immediately and deeply misunderstood by the Republican Party to stand for traditional American values when anybody with an actual set of ears would know that it is quite anti-establishment.
Americana.
Well, those are all really great suggestions, but I have it on good authority. His latest country hit, based on that product and our service, would be titled God Works in Diphtheria Ways.
Oh. Ouch.
All right. It is time, my friends, to play K16 Tape 3. Strigoi meets World.
Oh.
Previously on the Lovecraft Tapes. In order to put the past behind, sometimes we have to change scenery before we can push forward into the future. So it goes with our young investigators when their parents decide to send them off to summer camp. A harrowing bus ride along the coast to the deeply wooded interior leads them to an idyllic campground filled with kids, activities, and a breath of fresh air. But a scream deep in the forest behind the log cabins harkens back to the events of early June. Ben, Rosa, and Diego. A hulking monster who wields a writhing, living whip above his head menaces a young girl. Her bright emerald eyes wide with fear, one hand raised in defense. This initial impression, however, dissolves away along with your initial burst of adrenaline. Now that you see with clearer eyes, the hulking monster is actually only an older kid. And his weapon is really just a standard variety garter snake that he's grabbed by the tail. Before you can react, Harcourt jumps in front of the girl and yells, "Don't be a dick, Peter!" There's a split second where you think the bigger boy is going to lash your new friend with the serpent, but instead, he brings the snake down in a wide arc where it smacks against a flat piece of shale sticking out of the ground to one side. There's a sickening splat as the poor garter's head is pulverized. Then
I immediately hate this child.
Then its coiling form falls limp in the young man's hand. And that's how you cook an old Blake in the Outback, Bridge.
Ew, what's that? He talks funny. Why does he talk funny?
What the hell is your problem?
I'm going to assume that you're facing away from me. Or are you trying to ask what the hell is my problem?
No, I'm talking to the kid. I'm talking to Peter.
Yeah.
Well,
Diego,
I was, but
you
there
do
was
anything?
dead silence.
Just silently judging him from a distance.
Nice.
Taking notes.
So the kid indeed turns away from Bridget and Harcourt and looks to you guys. Oh, who's this? Where'd you come from?
My mother, what's it to you?
Ew, gross. And he steps up to Diego, towering above you. You the new kids, eh?
Depends
I'm
on
gonna
how you define new and how you define kids.
I'm going to shoulder up with Diego right next to him.
I'll come up on his other side.
You gonna be trouble?
Oh, is this a team that I'm facing now?
I don't think you answered my question. What the
What?
hell is your problem?
I was just having a bit of a lock.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, that sounds like an intimidate to me.
Sounds like I'm going to pull out a knife and stab out your fucking eye.
Can we help him with that?
Intimidate, I guess. I'm a little shy to intimidate. Can I swim?
Nope.
Intimidate.
You did this to yourself, buddy.
Oh, hey, I am newfound confidence. I needed a 15. I rolled a 44. That's a fail.
Peter begins laughing uproariously and reaches out, dangles the snake in front of you.
I'm gonna sucker punch him while he's laughing.
Nice.
All right, let's have at it then. Go ahead and give me a roll there.
Damn, I needed a 48. I rolled a 52. You know what? I'm spending the luck.
Nice.
That's only what? 4 points?
Can we use luck on
Fighting rules. I don't know.
fighting?
I
I
don't
don't remember.
think-
We don't fight much.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah,
we just
not on,
run.
not on
We
damage.
run
it
away a
says.
lot.
I was gonna say I didn't think I was rolling for damage.
Yeah, well, I say that I'm saying luck can't be spent on damage, so it sounds like it
Right.
can be on
Spent on. Okay.
critical
Good.
skill. I'll go apply. Okay, so that would be 4 points of fighting brawl to add luck to that.
Mhm.
And so what does that leave you with?
61.
61. Okay, so he's going to need a better success, right? Let's see here.
Do you have the cheat box ticked, Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Good.
Okay, so
He rolled 100. Weird.
That's right.
He rolled a 1.
He
Weird.
rolled a 1. Weird.
So weird.
I'd love it if you rolled 100. That'd be great for me.
I changed his tick box.
Oh, good job.
Now I have Lyme disease. Thanks, Bri.
It's green.
All right, so
Eat some
Lines.
lines.
zoom in a little bit here.
So you can see the
At least you're
checkbox.
not allergic to red meat.
That's
All right,
true.
so he is going to attempt to fight back, I believe. Sounds like that's something he'd want to do, considering you guys are not that intimidating.
No.
So
What are you talking about? You come over here and say that to my face, and we'll see how you feel.
All right, I'm just gonna roll and see where that lands me. Boom. Okay, I rolled a 23. So that is going to be a better success than you.
Damn.
Yep. So he so you take a swing at him, and he easily sidesteps and uses the snake, wraps it around your neck, and starts tugging, and
Hey.
slams you to the ground.
Hey, that's no, stop that.
I'm gonna grab the snake and try to
And I'm
get
gonna
it off.
kick him.
Diego's throat.
Okay. All right. So you're going to attempt to dislodge that. Ben, what are you doing?
I'm gonna
Pocket
kick
sand,
it.
Ben.
I'm-
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. Do I have? Well, let me check my inventory. I have a nail file. I'm gonna kick at his knee.
Okay. So you're attacking.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is let's see. Rosa,
fight.
what's your dex?
Bullies.
My dex is 50.
Ben?
Sorry, I was laughing at Matt. 80.
80. Okay. So I think this will be the start, and I want to get hardcore in here
It's
somewhere.
the start of something new.
The start of something new. So I think, Ben, you're going to get the ups on this. So you'll get a bonus die to
Okay.
whack him in the shin with your...
Whoa, shin. Okay.
With your
Kneecap.
nail file.
I assume that's where you're going to go. So go ahead and roll.
Kneecap.
Kneecap, yep.
Yeah. I need a 29 to roll a 38.
Okay, but you get a bonus die, so roll D10.
D100. Let me change that to D10. A 5.
Okay, so no better. So
Oh,
yeah, he manages to sidestep you with no issues. You basically just kick it at air, and Peter, the bully, looks at Rosa and gives you like a bit of a wink. And then Harcourt launches himself and grabs Peter around the neck, just basically lands on his back and is clinging to it like a little spider monkey. And Peter starts turning this way and that, also dragging poor Diego around. Oh, that's right. You were going to try to grab the snake, weren't you?
Yeah.
So this will be a good opportunity. I'll give you a bonus die. Just go ahead and give me a dex. I think that would be appropriate.
Come on, something.
Hey.
Finally.
Ooh, a success.
Somebody can roll.
Nice.
Do you want me to roll my 10, see if it's better?
No, that's perfectly fine. You were just trying to dislodge it, and I think we did that. So Harcourt launches himself, providing a little bit of distraction and just enough to loosen his grip on the snake, Peter's grip on the snake, and that allows you to just reach in and yank Diego out of the homespun noose there. And Peter and Harcourt stumble away a few yards, and eventually Peter dislodges Harcourt, who falls heavily to the ground, panting.
What's the girl doing?
She is now standing up and brushing off her clothes.
Okay.
Just totally ignoring this fight that's going on.
Right.
She is keeping an eye on things, but also keeping an eye on Peter and Harcourt, who seem to be the center of this.
I would like to make sure that. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would like to make sure that Diego is okay, that he's like
Okay.
breathing stuff, and
Sure,
then I
sure.
would like to go over and be like, "Are you okay?"
Yep. And Rosa, I'm going to give you a spot hidden, please.
Okay.
Give it to her.
Since you actively spotted hidden on this.
Oh, that is a fumble. 96.
Starting off strong
over
here in the Lovecraft Tapes.
25.
Yep. So yeah,
Here we
you
go
so
again.
you check on Diego, and he appears to be he's just kind of shook up. He's not really hurt.
I had him right where I wanted him.
Rosa
Over
just
top
nods.
of you, kicking you.
I had a plan. It was going well.
Nice. And at this stage, as you are making sure Diego is fine, Peter appears to be slightly confused as to what his next move should be.
That's
and
usually
that's
what bullies do.
right. Well, he's like Harcourt is down at his feet on the ground, and you guys are a little ways away, and this young girl is standing up and just trying to get her bearings, and that's when a counselor bursts into the clearing, and this is Counselor Tammy. All right, what's going on here?
He was threatening her, I guess, with a snake.
Oh, are you the Garcia kid?
Yeah, my name is Rosa.
Oh, welcome, Rosa. I'm sorry. And these are your friends. Is it Benjamin? And San Diego? Is that your name? San Diego?
It's just Diego. No,
okay.
sand at all.
Got rid of the saint thing. Okay.
Not a
I
fan
understand.
of sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it just gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. It's like, it creates pearls, though. So let's keep that in mind, shall we? Harcourt, Peter, with me. And she essentially brings them to her off to one side and starts talking to them in quiet tones. Meanwhile, the young girl has finished brushing herself off, and she's looking at you curiously.
I'm gonna go over and say, "Hi, are you okay?"
And she nods.
My name's Rosa.
She puts her hand out
Hi.
as if to
And
shake it.
I'll shake it.
Y'all kiss the ring.
Yeah.
And she pats her pockets in her uniform. She's wearing the Camp Mulholland t-shirt and a pair of cargo shorts. And she She pulls out a little piece of paper and hands it to you.
Okay. I'll look at the piece of paper. Does it say anything?
It says, "My name is Brigitte."
Oh, hi. It's nice to meet you, Brigitte.
And she waves back at you and then touches her lips to indicate that she does not speak.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And Rosa will look very confused, not because Lupin is confused.
Totally
Not
different
at all.
reasons.
Not at all.
That's awesome.
And she walks up to Ben and holds out her hand to you.
I bend down like a squire and kiss the top of her hand. My lady. Nerd. I just shake her hand real quick and pull my hand back. Are you okay?
She nods.
I don't know what that guy's problem is, but he won't bother you again.
Could be a spot hidden.
I can't.
There it is.
Come on, Brian. You can do this.
Hopefully you won't fumble.
Oh, now I'm going to mess up. Thanks, Lupine.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Lupine, you're lucky. I needed a 45 and rolled a 13. That's hard success.
Check that box, Brian.
As
Oh,
soon
yes.
as you made mention of the bully,
Mm-hmm.
she glances to the side and you see a look of hate cross her face.
Oh, okay. I was like,
And before you can react, she turns to Diego
Well,
Hey,
let's get
how
the
you doing?
girls.
and she hugs you.
Aw.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, Diego's got a girlfriend.
And she steps back quickly and looks around.
You're welcome, I guess.
And you can see she's blushing slightly and just nods and keeps her eyes to the ground.
Hey, guys, we should blow this popsicle stand. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go back. I'm gonna like put a hand on her shoulder and be like, let's
Push her
go. Yeah, I'm gonna push her towards the. Yeah. I guess let's go back towards the. There's like a big open area, right, with the cabin and stuff.
Yeah, you guys are just behind the cabin, a little bit in
Yeah.
the forest. And at this stage, what happens is Counselor Tammy turns back and says, I'm sorry that Peter here got himself into trouble again. He and I are going to have a little chat back at the hall. And she marches off with Peter, looking sheepishly, but kind of stealing glances back in your direction as they march off. And Harcourt comes back and rejoins you. Oh, did you guys see that, man? I just totally just choked on him. And, oh, fucking.
What is his problem?
Thanks, Harcourt.
Oh,
Thank
yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, damsel in distress and all that. I mean, that's what Jack Nicholson would do, right? I think, maybe. I don't know.
No, he was cuckoo.
Yeah, well,
Oh, not yet.
now you've met Peter. He's got a couple screws loose,
He doesn't seem very nice.
He's
Not
not.
at all.
And-
Not at all.
And look what he did to that poor snake. And I'm gonna bet. I'm assuming the snake is on the ground.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
pick it up.
It's
in my
limp
hands.
and clearly has been
Yeah.
decimated.
Do you think we could bury it or something?
Oh, I have a better idea. Hey, Harcourt, you happen to know which bunk is Peter's?
Yeah, well, I do. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up the snake. Why don't you show me?
Oh, so good. Okay. Yeah, but we'll have to do it real quick. Okay, and plus we get you guys some shirts, and then we can head over to lunch real quick. Hi, Brigitte. Hope he didn't hurt you too much or anything. You okay? And he looks at her front and back.
I've been hit harder.
Yeah. Well,
He was talking to Brigitte.
but you guys, maybe a good idea to like steer clear of him a little bit, especially for a day anyways. He tends to calm down. He's actually not that bad of a guy, but he thinks like in his head that he's like playing a prank or something, but he takes it too far.
He seems to have grown.
Seems like he did take it a little bit too far, didn't it?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he was just kind of intimidating her a little bit and
killing snakes.
The snake thing, yeah, but it's only a garter. I don't think
and
he
choking
knows,
somebody he doesn't know with a snake.
Word to the wise.
But the snake didn't do anything to him.
He failed all his animal identification badges, so he did. He probably thought it was like a
squirrel.
He thought it was like a cobra or something. He's that stupid, but I feel kind of bad for him. Like his dad died.
Boob slang.
But
well, he's Australian. He might have thought it was boob slang.
Yeah, boob slang. It's a boomerang
so, about
snake.
that bunk.
Oh yeah. Okay, come on, guys. Brigitte, we'll catch up with you at lunch, okay? And she heads off to the mess hall, and Harcourt leads you back to the bunkhouse, where a few kids are coming in and out, but immediately getting ready for lunch and heading back out to the mess hall. And he shows you basically your bunks and where you have shirts laid out on your bunks that you can put on to look like all the other kids. They're sort of a pale yellow with Camp Mulholland established 1935 on the front. And the lettering is sort of made up to look like wooden letters or carved into a wooden sign, much like what you saw on the sign that when you drove in. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So and pretty much all the kids wear these, so it's just a uniform, and you actually have an additional one that's in the trunk at the foot of your bed, so that you can switch them out and do laundry every other day. Excuse me.
Every 5 days.
So we don't have to smell like we've been in the same shirt for a week.
Right, but not that that's a problem with some kids your age. So
true. That is,
you don't have to smell
true.
like that, but
yes.
you get to.
You get to.
You can go soaked in pond water and you get that nice eau de forest.
Yes. Smells nice when you leave it in a pile in the middle of the camp room.
Right. So Harcourt calls over to Diego. Hey, it's over here. This is his right here. You smell it? It smells like it.
I'm gonna take a quick scan around to make sure that either there's nobody here, or nobody is watching us at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Seems relatively clear. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the snake.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just tuck it in under the blanket so that he won't see it until he pulls it off to lay down to go to bed at night.
Oh, nicely done. Okay. I'm going to make a secret roll.
Oh, you died.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
It was a cobra.
The snake was still alive.
It was a cobra. It came back to life and bit you.
So you slip
Was it radioactive? Do I have snake-based superpowers?
And slip it underneath, and it seems like you've gotten away with it.
Bum, bum, bum.
And that's when you hear a loud jangling outside the mess hall announcing lunch is about to be served. Woo! Counselor Lem is simultaneously banging a metal rod around the perimeter of an iron triangle while also haphazardly counting heads as the kids stream past him to get grub. Inside, a couple dozen teenagers rush back and forth between stations piled high with odd-looking food. Large beverage dispensers filled with various liquids and small round tables with their camp friends. Counselor Tammy, looking harried, tries to help, her voice almost lost in the loud din of chattering.
Counselor Tammy looks hairy.
Excited voices. She does have a mustache.
And a unibrow. Yeah, that's a choice.
So, you guys walk in and see basically what I described there. You've got food and drink, wherever you want to get. And you do see Brigitte at a table all by herself.
Okay. I'm going to go over and sit with her.
I'm going to do
Are you getting any food?
Oh, yes. I'm well, what's for lunch?
Yes, that's a great question. So
Spot
for
hidden.
lunch today, we have grilled kung pao tofu slabs, lentil and cauliflower stew,
Mm.
broccolini sandwiches, tempeh burgers, and soy milk ice cream. But not to be outdone, you have fresh stream water to drink, oolong iced tea, warm goat milk, and sugar-free Sprite. What are you going to get?
Warm goat milk.
Did
We're
they
gonna
have
die here.
sugar-free Sprite?
In
Yeah.
1974, yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep. What are you going to have,
I-
guys?
I'm going to look for the most normal looking thing.
Among all that, what sounded like the most normal thing to you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have the sandwich.
Maybe the burger.
Broccolini sandwich. Okay, tempeh burger for you.
I'm also gonna grab a burger.
All right, tempeh burgers all around. Good.
Burger.
And what can we get you to
Tempeh
drink
burger,
here?
tempeh burger, tempeh burger, tempeh burgers.
Spicy margs. Yeah, I'm gonna have a spicy marg.
Spicy-
It's a virgin spicy marg, so it's
right,
safe.
it's good. It's
Yeah.
Shirley Temple.
Spicy
Spicy
oolong
marg.
tea. I
Oolong
think.
tea.
Yeah.
Oolong iced tea for Rosa.
Me too.
All right.
I'm just going for water.
All right. Fresh stream water.
You're gonna
Delicious.
Poop yourself, dude.
All right. So you guys, so
This isn't Mexico.
Rosa's
Brian.
heading to sit with Brigitte, as is Harcourt. Where are you guys going?
You sit there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diego?
Yeah, I guess I will. I'll tag along with them and sit at that same table.
Sounds good. Okay, so the 5 of you convene at one table. The mess hall is just like a hubbub of activity. All the kids are excited. They're all talking very loudly. There's clattering of plates and glasses. Very typical campground. Yeah, and so you eat your food. How about some con rolls from everybody?
Told you about the water, bro.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 67. That's a failure.
I need a 60. I rolled a 47. That's a success.
I needed a 50. I rolled a 65. That is a failure.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So Brigitte and Harcourt are digging in tremendously into their foods and appear to be enjoying it. Rosa and Diego are very. You guys both have the burgers, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense then. You're not quite sure what tempeh is, but
I don't know what tempeh is.
but it you have a
Hey Google.
It's in
what's
Arizona.
tempeh?
you have a rough time with the texture.
Yeah, I figured we weren't eating Arizona. So
The soybeans are just kind of fall apart in your mouth, but then they're also hard to chew.
I do know what tempeh.
Yeah. And so you don't enjoy, even after just a few bites, you're kind of like, trying to wash it down with the oolong tea. At least you get some sustenance from the lunch. However, Ben is really enjoying his broccolini sandwich.
Mhm.
And your oolong tea is a perfect match for it. So it just has this beautiful Asian flavor that you were hoping it would have, and it's delicious. Brigitte is barely picking at her food. She must still be upset about what had happened in the woods. However, Harcourt is making up for it in a big way. He's got the grilled kung pao tofu slabs, and just he's got 2 orders of those, and he's just pounding them
Double
in.
forking it.
His cheeks are like chipmunks. And he's like, "Oh, so good! I don't get this at home. My God, oh, my dad eats steaks all the time.
Ugh, all I have to do is eat steaks and ribs and burgers.
It's so good.
What?
Oh, wait till dinner though, guys. Oh my God, you have not lived.
What do they
What?
serve for dinner?
Oh, we'll find out here.
The other kids.
Lem's gonna let us know. So,
What? What? Don't they
When?
have
Is it
real
anything?
food?
Yeah, I
Hey-
was gonna ask if
hey,
there's actually.
Rosa, you could eat that?
No.
And he,
Not even a bite.
he snatches it from your plate and it just eats around where you ate some.
Yeah.
So it's a bite with the bites
Yeah,
around
it's little
it.
bites around it.
It's just
Yeah.
a semicircle left.
Exactly.
I was not aware they served Soylent Green at your camp.
So,
okay.
oh, sorry.
Or
So,
rotten food.
run. So, Ben, you are pretty well concentrating on your food. However, Rosa and Diego, you're kind of giving up the ghost here a little bit because it's not sitting well with you. Is there anything else you would like to do during these
Run
few
to the
minutes left
bathroom.
we have for lunch?
I guess I probably like the tea well enough, so I'm gonna drink a lot of that.
Sure. Yep, you're drinking the tea. Okay, so we'll do that, and because you're interacting with Harcourt a little bit, we'll leave you there. And Diego, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna spend some time scanning the lunch hall, kind of getting a lay of the land, who's in what
Great.
group, where cliques are, who's
Sure.
popular, who's not, stuff like that.
Yeah. So quite clearly, you see Peter at one of the far tables, holding court over a few guys and one girl. He says something, they laugh, and then they kind of look over towards your table a little bit, and then they start to talk in hushed tones again. There are a couple other tables, there's like 4 or 5 other tables.
That's all he gets.
Why don't you give me a spot hit?
All he can see is his finger.
I needed a 50. I rolled a 77. That's a failure.
So basically what is happening is that the kids are just milling about, so they're kind of switching tables. You can't really get a good grip on like who might be, the leader, or, you're trying to figure out like who are the nerds and who are the cool kids and, that sort of thing. And you can't really get a grip on it. So unfortunately, before you can really hone in on who might you want to latch onto, Counselor Lem stands at the front of the room with a clipboard and clears his throat loudly. The young people around you quiet down expectantly. Good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to our newcomers. All eyes turn on you, some faces blank, and others filled with open curiosity.
I am very obviously so pleased that he called us out. So pleased. Yeah, just like that.
He continues reading from his notes. Today's lunch was prepared by Tammy from the cookbook entitled A San Francisco Treat for Vegetarians by Mike Romanowski Hunt. I think we can all agree Mike Hunt has created a wonderful collection of... He trails off suddenly as he notices Counselor Tammy furiously motioning at him. There is barely suppressed mirth coming from the group at a table where Peter sits, his bulky frame shivering with quiet laughter. Counselor Lem looks down at the clipboard, his face going red. Well, never mind all that. Let's say the food was good, and many thanks to Tammy for her efforts. There's a half-hearted smattering of applause as Counselor Tammy puts her face in her hands and shakes her head. Counselor Lem continues. At any rate, after you've cleared your plates, please report to any activities you wish to explore. Badges are available to be earned, and badge collectors will duke it out on our last day of camp during the annual Hungry Games, as I like to call it.
Because you haven't had any good food this whole trip, so you're really hungry at the end.
So hungry.
I'm so ready to kill like half these kids and no one in this competition.
And eat them.
Tonight at dusk, we'll be supping around the campfire. Wieners for all. Of course, there will be camp songs to sing, and maybe, just maybe, there will be s'mores. A robust cheer resounds in the hall as kids are already getting up to throw their plates and silverware into plastic gray tubs in one corner before racing outside. Counselor Lem looks awkward, mouth hanging open, as if he had something left to say, but now it's too late. Instead, He mumbles something under his breath before stalking away. Does anybody have lips?
I
Ooh.
do.
It's a 1%, but technically yes.
Well, you can also attempt a hard listen. One or the other. You choose.
I would like
Oh,
to.
I needed a 25. I rolled a 21, which is only a regular success, not a hard success.
I would like to try to read lips.
Have at it.
Do it then. Read them.
Nope. I rolled a 3 on a 21. That is a fail.
I'm going to try the hard listen.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
All right.
Need a 25, got an 85.
All right. So, unfortunately, the commotion from the rest of the kids has drowned out anything that he would have said. And he turned away too soon for Rosa to accurately make out what he might be saying.
He also talks like this.
It's old Lem.
It's old Lem.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is
It's
old
him
Lem.
and his, it's his
As long as it's
younger
not old
years.
Greg,
It is old
then
Lem.
we'll have
I
problems.
know. I know. I'm excited.
He's not old
But
Greg.
he's young Lem. He's 40.
Yeah, he's young Lem, not old Lem.
With bellies full, you stumble back out into the afternoon sunlight, eager to partake of the camp's activities. So, you guys
Two Utes.
need to decide what activities you're going to pursue. And you cannot do the same ones.
Oh, nice.
You're going to
So
split
what
up.
are the options?
The options are archery, swimming, boating, crafts, which can be macrame, painting,
Macrame, yeah.
macaroni plate, paper plate designs, survival skills like fire building, whittling, detecting poison plants, volleyball, badminton, horseshoes, or you guys come up with something. It can be anything.
Parachuting.
It can be parachuting.
Runway modeling.
You tell me
Yes.
what you would like to do,
On the catwalk.
and we'll do it.
Secret underground campfight
I would
club.
like
Let's go.
to. Yes. I
First
would
come,
like
first
to see where Peter's going and go the other way.
Okay. It appears that he might be ditching activities.
Ah, good.
Oh, okay.
That should clear the way for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So I'll
do
go-
fire building.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so survival skills, fire building for Ben. Okay.
Fire.
Where's Brigitte going?
Brigitte appears to be going.
Nowhere fast.
You're not sure. She does not appear to be anywhere in sight.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Jeremy's like, pick a damn activity, Lupin. I'm gonna go and that was the fire building. I'm gonna go boating.
Boating. Okay, awesome.
I like
Diego.
I'm going to pretend that I'm going to archery, but I'm really going to tail Peter into the woods and see what he's up to.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of Ben first.
Bye, Ben. Oh, that's me.
Bye, Ben. So Ben, you're going to be attempting some fire building. So
Yes.
we'll say, let's see, you're going boating. That's nice. So we'll do this. So in you go towards one of the campfires, and it appears that there are four main sort of pyres, they call them, right?
Yeah.
So they're just large rings where an older kid who has already earned the badge, perhaps, as I bump my thing here, is teaching,
Fire!
and Counselor Lem and Tammy are sort of rotating in between all these activities, overseeing things and making sure everybody's cool, right? So you come into a small group of kids, and it's the fire building thing. So there are some sticks to rub together.
Nice.
And basically, it's
Well versed.
yeah, well versed in rubbing two sticks. So the first thing you notice when you walk up to this group is there's a young lady with dark eyes and dark hair. who
Like black,
is
jet black eyes.
pretty, yeah, like no pupils at all.
It's not a phase,
Yeah.
Mom.
And
It's who I am.
she has a significant scar on her left ear.
Ooh.
Now, when you walk up and sort of notice her immediately because she's very striking,
Mm-hmm.
you see she's writing in this little notebook, almost like a little steno pad.
Okay.
She's just writing red
Rum.
rum.
Red rum.
Red rum.
Red rum. Hello, Mr. Torrance. Yep.
Oh, that was it. Okay. I thought you were giving more. Okay. I'm going to walk up to her, but not up to her. Be like, hey, have you ever done this before?
You're the new kid, right?
Yeah, I'm Ben.
Ben. And she writes your name in her steno pad.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Lindsay.
I pull out my steno pad.
Well, that's a nice steno pad. Where'd you get that?
From your trunk in your room. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
No, I'm like, so what do we do here? How do we...
Oh, well, here, look. And she comes close enough to rub shoulders with you. And
Oh my!
tilts her steno pad towards you and flips back a few pages. Okay, see here where I've drawn this. You basically take these two little sticks, and what you want to do is, create a little bit of paper in the bottom of the pyre, and then rub the stick very quickly. You can use the other stick to sort of gain momentum.
Okay.
And just watch. Lem's going to show us here. And Lem proceeds to show you guys how to build fire, and then begins calling on you one by one to do.
She
so.
drew this?
She drew a little sketch, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's a good drawing.
Why don't you give me a spy hidden?
No, I'm not going to see the drawing.
Okay, well, maybe not spy hidden then. That's a nice drawing. Does that sound like a charm?
A compliment.
Oh, it does sound like a charm to me.
That sounds like a charm to me.
Oh, does it? That's worse. Nice fucking drawing, lady. How's that?
That's what you get for opening your fat mouth.
I needed a 15. I rolled a 58. I was just giving a compliment.
You thought about not.
Yeah, I'm not really, I don't draw like professionally or anything, but it's stupid. It's stupid.
No, it's nice. I don't know why I rolled so bad. It is really nice. I do like it.
Anyways, you could just look at Lem and he'll
I'm
show
never
you.
gonna get a girlfriend.
The only thing he's going to be dating is his laptop hard drive.
What's a laptop?
And she's good at rubbing sticks.
Ooh, so nice.
Ooh, la, la.
So Lem basically goes around the ring of kids and eventually points to you and says, "All right, Ben, Ben, are you ready to give this a whirl?"
Yeah, sure.
So to speak.
I'll try it. I pull out my lighter. No.
All right. So
And a bottle of gasoline.
so I think at this stage, what we're going to do is, so that is a survival skill.
Right. Should I write that in?
Well, so what we have currently in your character sheet here, you do not have any base survival skill other than 10%.
10%. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is, we're since you're learning this, we're going to say this is a combination of survival and dexterity.
Okay.
Okay. So what you want to do is get a success in one or the other.
Okay.
Okay. So you can roll
Softball
dexterity. If you make that, you're good. And if you also then roll in survival and make that, then we can increase your skill.
Cool. Let me
So
try Dex first, right?
Yep. Dex is fine.
Okay. I needed an 80. I rolled a 55.
Awesome.
That's a success.
So you see a bit of smoke begin to puff out from the kindling at the base of the stick.
And I do this.
So all you want to do is not fail. You don't want to fumble.
Just don't fumble.
Don't fumble
I
your
will
survival.
fail. I will fail because it's a 10.
With that attitude, you will.
Yes. I needed a 10. Rolled a 65. I failed, but
So-
I didn't fumble.
As you are encouraged by this whiff of smoke, as the kindling begins to begins to catch, your rotation of the stick begins to falter slightly, and the smoke drifts down, and you can see that little glimmer of ash or spark that you saw initially is beginning to disappear. And that's when Lindsay whispers, "Blow on it. Blow on it."
I turned to her
You
and
gotta blow it.
Does that mean we're married?
Blow it like it's your ex-wife.
Blow it like you own it. Wait, what? So I'm gonna start spinning my hands fast again, and I'm gonna get real low, and I'm gonna do
He's
a
gonna
little.
lick it.
And you see just
ASMR.
a slight glow ember begin to catch, and then poof, it ignites, and you see a little bit of flame.
My eyebrows.
And Lem goes, "Oh, good job, Ben. Good.
I did it.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to cock it up, but no, good.
I did it.
Good job. Good job." And you hear Lindsay whisper, "Good job, Ben."
Thanks, Lindsay. Should I roll charm?
Nope, you're good. Okay, so we're going to move on to boating.
Lindsay.
We're going to move on to boating with Rosa. So, Rosa, you trot on down to the docks on the lake there. And there are a bunch of kids, obviously, all very eager to get into a boat. But unfortunately, you came a little bit late, and there's only one other person at the dock who still needs a partner. This is a young person with feathered blonde hair, as is the custom in the 70s.
Yeah.
But you
Very
notice
velvet
they have a sweet T-shirt. What's that logo on that T-shirt that would really cause Rosa to take notice? Like, oh my God, this person is cool.
Goat Lovers International.
Well, okay, so it's let's see, 70s.
The ASPCA.
The Doors.
No, I think it's a
PETA.
band. It's a band logo,
Band logo.
and
Yeah, the Doors.
I want to say it's.
Burger King.
I'm really, you guys. I'm really bad because
Yeah, let's see here. I'm looking through my timeline here, and I'm trying to pick
Yeah.
what would be
before
a
the
good.
70s.
Taco Bell.
Well, like I was thinking about an
Well, the
inverted
Beatles
pentagram.
broke up in '70.
See,
Jimi
what I was
Hendrix
thinking
died
really
in 1970.
stupid. So I was thinking about an inverted pentagram because it's like a death metal band,
nice.
but it has a goat head inside it.
Ooh. Who had
okay.
that? Someone had that logo.
Lots
So
of
it
people did.
But like
Yeah.
on a record.
Nice.
I mean,
Okay,
it's
so we
yeah.
can let's make it a fictional band. What's the band's name?
Yeah. So the band is called
Motorface.
Ooh. How about
Motorboater.
I'm thinking the Black Death.
The Black
Ooh,
Death.
I like
okay.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
That's
The
good.
Black Death.
Fine, that's good.
I like Motorboater better.
Goat head plus pentagram. Nice. Okay.
Motorboater.
So this kid turns around at the sound of your feet on the dock, clatter, 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 as you and it's this slow motion turn towards you as the feathered blonde hair waves in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
and they turn around, and you can see that in one hand, sort of at their waist, you see a little personal transistor radio.
Ooh.
And they have beautiful brown eyes
in a
and-
jar. Oh.
they put a hand on their hip and sort of give you a wink and a sideways smile. Hey, I guess you're my partner, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. I'm Rosa.
Pleased to meet your acquaintance. You got here today, huh?
Yeah. We just got here. Me and my cousin and
Oh,
from home.
Cool. Where were they at?
I don't know. I think one of them's rubbing sticks together, and
That tracks.
the other one's shooting arrows. I think.
Blanks, something.
Shooting blanks. All right. Well, that's cool. It's just you and me then.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Well, hop on in, man. You ever boat before?
Yeah, but not too far. Just a little rowboat in the ocean. My dad like.
Cool. Well, the ocean. Oh shit, man. You're gonna be leading me then. All right. Well, hop on in. It's just a little canoe. It's nothing to be scared of. And I'll take the right side. You take the left. Is that cool?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, let's go, man. I hear this thing is really deep, so we gotta be no man
boat?
overboard, okay, or woman, as the case may be.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not a canoe?
It's a canoodle.
Tip.
You don't
It's a-
speak canoodling?
Oh, little duck
Noodles can
boats.
be really deep.
Super deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys
About 6
paddle
inches.
away. Oof. You guys
Jeez.
paddle away from the docks, and the what's nice is the lake is extremely calm, and essentially the kids are just sort of going around and round. There are no, like man overboard scenarios or anything like that. There's no. You guys are essentially just paddling and trying to do the best you can in keeping the thing straight and not going around in circles. So let's see how good you are at that. So again, I think this is going to be a dexterity, right,
It
guys?
sounds kind of like which I'm not, but
Yeah, your dexterity is not the best, but and yet
I got a hard success,
Very
15 under
and
50.
yet,
Oh my.
oh my.
Yes,
So
hard.
yeah, and so this will also be a pilot, I believe.
Okay.
That's where boating comes in.
Wow.
Okay.
So that'd be if you don't have pilot, that'd be a
Wow.
1%.
You
Yeah.
got this.
Okay.
You got this.
Wow.
Should I add it to the?
Yeah.
You could just
I did
yeah,
for
you could
survival.
just-
I put it in there.
Yeah, you could do a pilot and then 1, 0, 1 or whatever. And yeah, then go ahead and roll that.
Put 100.
Okay. Apparently 1. So wait, 0, 1.
Yeah, 1 or a 0, 1, yeah. Probably just a 1.
Probably just a one.
No, just the 1 doesn't work.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
There you
There
go.
you
nope,
You're good.
that worked.
Oh,
Awesome.
you got closer than I thought.
Okay.
29 over 1.
That's the one.
So we'll say that you are paddling away and you're actually doing quite well. You feel perfectly in sync with Nikki,
Aww.
moving around the lake, and you're actually outpacing a lot of the other kids in your canoe until you find yourself in the middle of the lake. And it's not a large lake. You can still see the shoreline and all that, so you're not that far off. But
And that's
there is
Not a crack.
look out below. So yeah, you guys are out there, and Nikki pulls in the oar, and Nikki's sitting right behind you. By the way, you are out front, and that's why your dexterity was so good, because you were the one who was actually steering for the most part, whereas Nikki was providing a lot of the strength.
Push from the
and
rear.
Yeah, if I
push from
was
the rear.
providing
Oh.
this.
Yikes.
Oh,
Wow.
my.
But at the very last moment, he pulls in his oar. They pull in their oar, and you feel a hand on your shoulder and a whisper in your ear that says, "Hey, would you mind if we just enjoy this moment?"
You are in
Yeah,
a canoodle.
it's kind of nice out here. Is it? It's after lunch, so it's like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, we'll say 2, 3, something like that.
But your stomach is growling so loud.
Yeah, because I didn't actually eat anything.
Right.
Yeah. And so, Rosa, you pull in your oar as well, and all of the kid noise just recedes. They're so far away. They're still at the shore, working their way around the perimeter of the lake while you guys are in the middle. An eagle flies overhead, and you can hear just a very soft breeze soughing through the trees.
America.
And you feel the weight of everything that happened in June just slip from you.
Oh, good. And you jerk awake and you're underwater. No.
We'll move on to Diego. I believe
It's
what
San
you were
Diego?
Don't wear it out.
San Diego. Carmen San Diego. I believe what we're looking for from you is a track. Simple.
Oh, I needed a 40. I rolled a 50. That's a failure.
So
Push the roll.
you're pretty sure that Peter
I've been rolling. You kidding me?
is heading back into the forest. That he actually heads towards the archery range, and then you lose him. You're not quite sure if he dipped into the tree line or if he has doubled back around behind some of the log cabins. But before you're able to even ascertain the next action plan, Harcourt is there at the archery range, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Diego, over here. I saved the best bow for you. You do the bow and arrow thing, right? I mean, you saw some like Cowboys and Indians movies, right? It's easy stuff."
Diego's got a
my dad's in the military, and
boyfriend.
he's shown me a few things, but
Well, come on over here. I'll show you. To be honest, I'm not that great, but so yeah. Basically, we just want to hit those targets right down there. It's you got the red and the blue and the green and whatever. Just try to hit. You get points, and it's fun.
all right. Last time I did this, it was with something a little bit louder. But we'll see how this goes.
Oh, did you have a crossbow? Oh my God, I saw one of those, and I think it was a Douglas Firk movie. No, I can't remember exactly.
Uh-huh.
Are you booking somebody on Expedia? What are you doing?
No, the last time I did this was with my dad's M17.
Oh my God, an M17?
Standard issue Air Force pistol.
I know. I saw it in Moon Over My Hammy. No, that was Denny's. Wait. I can't remember the name of the movie, but I'm pretty sure it was Gregory Peck. Gregory Peck was in it, and he had one of those guns. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so yeah, here. If you'll feel this, it's sculpted from one piece of wood, and it's been bent over many, many years. It's very smooth to the touch, honestly. And what this is it's a deer gut is the string, and there's plenty of arrows here. Unfortunately, they don't make them super sharp, but they're just sharp enough with enough force to get through those hay bales at the end there. So give it a shot.
Just the
Tip.
deer.
All right. And what could possibly go wrong, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is going to be a relatively standard range attack. How are you with range weapons?
We're talking handguns, rifles, shotguns.
Well, let's see. I
SMGs.
think this is going to be. Well, actually, is it? It's not throw, is it? What are bows?
Oof.
Can't be.
Because you're not. Yeah, bows aren't going to be like because I'm not like chucking the arrow at somebody.
Right.
Yeah, it's like.
It's probably firearms.
That's
like
called
rifle.
javelin.
Let's see here.
Would be my
Call of
guess.
Cthulhu, 7E bow, and arrow.
Weapon.
Rules. That says 5.6. I don't think that's the proper one.
Oh, I thought
Dark
it was
Ages, I don't
artillery.
think
That's probably
that.
not it.
I wouldn't think. Let's see. Let me try 7th edition. Yeah, calling weapons 7th edition, bow and arrow. I do have the weapon stuff somewhere, but firearms bow. That's not a thing. Or is it? Is it just like
That's what I would have guessed as firearms. Oh no, I don't see.
But there is
bow,
no. Yeah,
I
that's.
would
I
have.
think that's an older
Rifle.
version.
Yeah.
I would probably go wave.
Fighting back, melee firearm, melee
Or maybe SMG because
bows
it's not as far
and
as a rifle.
let's see, missiles, spears, thrown weapons could be spears. Skill throw. That's the boomerang.
Anyone at home in the audience knows the answer
Yeah,
to the
yeah. Is
question.
Crow
Feel free to
still
speak
around?
up.
I could look it up.
What skill
but-
do we roll?
Yeah.
Is archery its own skill?
Firearms bow is what Crow is saying, but that's actually not on our character sheets.
Yeah. The version we're using, it's just been simplified down to handgun,
70, yeah.
rifle, shotgun, and SMG.
Yeah. Wood handling? Yeah.
That's not helpful, Justin.
Super not helpful.
I want
Okay.
you to go sit in the corner. You know, sit in the corner and think about what you've said.
Scenarios, rules, handouts. Let me see what I got here.
I see. Okay.
Weapons, PDF.
I have a wiki. Oh, never mind. That's
Handguns,
Oh.
rifles, shotguns, submachine, machine guns. Yeah, it doesn't really have Molotov cocktails, Claymore flamethrower. Might need a custom skill. Oh, maybe firearms bow is a custom skill.
maybe.
Yeah, that could be. All right, we'll go with that. So what we'll do is we're going to make this simple for Diego. What do we lose, Brian?
How much you want to bet his power just went out?
Oh, because of the
storms.
storm.
Yep. So we
I'll
might
text
need
him.
to.
Give me a split second.
Yeah. We're going to pause real quick here just in case he lost power, in which case his recording might be compromised. So we might need to reclap. This happened to us early on in the podcast a few times, but it hasn't really plagued us since then.
I mean, he lost power earlier today when the first wave of storms rolled through, so I wouldn't be
Mhm.
surprised if that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes, his power is gone.
Okay, we'll give it a second, see if it comes back on.
If only I had a co-host to run a secondary show with during these gaps.
Right? Thanks,
If
Gabe.
only.
Well, it could be the Lupine and Matt show. Yeah, I got a text from him too. All right. In a holding pattern
Son of
to see if it comes back on for you. Okay.
Nobody wants to hear about you handling wood, Justin.
Or do we?
Back to the corner.
So I guess we can get some clarity on the bow and arrow situation. Let me open
So
up.
are we gonna mark it as a custom skill?
We're gonna hold off right now
Okay.
until Brian reports back, so we don't lose anything. But I'm going to.
No, he lost his power. Now he can't
Get
play the
power.
game with us no more.
So I'm going to look up in the
It's so sad.
Keeper's Rulebook to see if there's any bow and arrow reference here. Because when I did a quick Google, same as Crow, it was like firearm bow.
So I see I'm on a site called rpg.net.
Yep.
It's a forum type site.
Mm-hmm.
And
What?
someone says from Call of Cthulhu Dark Ages.
Yep, that's the one I saw too.
The base.
The base. All right. I'm looking now. That's not exactly. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Control 5. Bowl. And we want to do whole words only. Okay. Bow tie. Bow and arrows. Firearms bow. Yeah, it's right there in hand. It's a hand-to-hand weapon.
Yep, now we know.
So, yep. So it's got to be a special thing. That's very interesting that it doesn't appear on this character sheet. Oh, I see Brian coming back here.
He has returned
He
from
has
the...
returned.
Hello, hello.
All right.
I gotta do the Audacity stuff real quick.
Yeah. So, do you need to export what you already have currently?
Yes, sir.
Huzzah.
Go ahead and do that, and then we'll up
We'll
here.
get the clap again. What?
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna keep going, but yep. You go ahead and
16.
do what you
We
gotta
got the
do.
clap from all of Justin's wood handling.
So we'll keep on recording normally, and Brian will send me 2 files at the end.
Yep. It's saving right now. It's 20 seconds, and then I can start recording again.
Yeah. So yeah, so what we're gonna do, Diego, is this will be a special thing. So I think what I want to do is, because that's bow and arrow seems like sort of a natural thing. So your base, the lowest base for a firearm
His SMG's at 15.
is 15%. So I'd feel comfortable if in your custom skills you would put firearms bow and set
Start
it
it
at
at
15%. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
If you excuse me, I'm going
Yeah,
to
I'm
promptly
recording
put my
again.
own eye out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Brian, you ready?
Yep, I'm recording again.
Okay, let's go ahead and clap, guys. So we have a point of reference here.
We
Clap,
got the
guys.
clap.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, good enough. Thank you.
Woo.
All right, so Diego, go ahead and give me your new firearms bow. And we're going to do the same thing with you, where if you fail that, which you did, go ahead and tell us what you got.
I needed a 15. I rolled a 54, so that was a successful failure.
All right, but we're going to go ahead and give you the dex roll to basically round it out.
I needed an 80. I rolled a 4, which is extreme dexterity.
Excellent. So you pull back the bow in the drawstring, and for some reason, it feels so natural. You do feel a sense of power, but also control, and your eyes just lock in on the target.
Ooh.
But just as you're about ready to release, Harcourt says, no, Diego, hold on a sec. You don't have that notched all the way. And you can see that your arrow is not exactly in the string. It's slightly off. So if you had released it, it may have doubled back on you and potentially hurt you. So Harcourt comes up behind you and reaches over and just helps you re-notch it slightly.
Does he re-knock the arrow around?
He re-knocks it.
Oh my!
If you know what I mean.
Oh, there you go, Diego. You should be all set now. Let fly.
Sure thing. And I'm just going to kind of take into account some of the things my dad taught me about shooting his gun. So I'm going to exhale and wait until I get to the bottom of my breath, and then I'm going to release.
Ooh.
And your arrow flies directly into the bullseye. Twang.
The bull is pissed.
Got a regular Robin Hood over here.
All right, so each of you did well in your chosen endeavors. So I would say Diego did the best with the extreme. So you're going to go ahead and take add 2 points to your firearms bow.
4 points of damage. No.
Okay. And you're going to go ahead and you can go ahead in your inventory, add a archery badge.
Nice.
Rosa can do the same thing with boating. So piloting is going. I believe you had a hard success on your dex.
Oh, that's
so that
hard.
helps. That helps. So you're going to go ahead and add 2 points to your piloting,
Okay.
which is 1%. So it's not as great as Diego's.
So it goes.
Yep. But you will also get a boating badge.
Hmm.
You can pop that in your inventory. And finally, Ben, you
Get
get
added to my wheel star.
hell yeah, gold star for you. Ben, you get 1 point in your survival.
Okay.
Okay, because you didn't do that great, but you got the fire started a little bit with Lindsay's help.
I had
Who
a
would have known that
success.
Ben is so great at rubbing sticks and blowing things?
Who knew?
I did.
Oh.
Kyle knew. Anyways,
Oh.
hey,
Too soon.
hey.
Too soon.
So Ed, you will also get a fire building badge.
Too
okay.
soon.
Nice.
Yeah, thought that worked out pretty
Is
well.
it too soon?
It's too soon.
All right, so
Change the name of. Can I
At-
change the name of the fake band?
sure. What do you want to name it to?
The Black Mold.
The Black Mold. All right.
Ooh.
I like that.
Sorry.
The Black
Okay.
Mold.
Prosy says that the Pulp Cthulhu book lists it as fighting bow
Yep.
instead of firearms bow, but
Oh, interesting. Seems fine to me. Yeah, it's in the Keeper's rule book. It is firearms bow. Whatever. We figured it out. We made up our own rules as well.
It's arts and crafts.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Do it
it's
live.
macrame. Is what it is. All right.
Roll for
Attack
macrame.
All right.
Sleight of hand.
is there a
So-
knitting class?
After
Ooh, that'd be
activities
cool.
have wrapped up for the day, all camp goers are given free rein to do whatever they like until dinner at dusk. Some opt for naps or quiet time alone, while others continue to swim or play games. What would you like to do?
I am gonna meet these guys, and I hope we're going after Peter.
All right.
I missed a lot, huh?
Oh yeah, we solved the whole scenario already. We're wrapping things up. You missed all the fun.
Mothman.
Total Mothman.
I told you, Mothman, you ain't getting no tree fitty.
I'm gonna go on a wander and see if I can locate Nikki.
It's going on a walkabout.
Okay. You haven't
Oh.
met Nikki yet.
You gonna
Oh, sorry, not
ride my
Nikki. Not
paddleboard?
Nikki. My bad. My bad. Everybody, chill out a second.
Ah.
Sorry, I'm a little frazzled from my power going out.
Lindsay?
Lindsay, thank you.
All right. So Ben's going to peel off and after catching up with you guys,
Like an Anna.
and just he's going to go seek out Lindsay. What are you guys doing?
I want
What
to
are
go
you
after Peter with Rosa.
Okay, well, I'll make this very simple for you. After the activities have wrapped up, Peter is actually seen among all the other kids playing jacks in the driveway.
Jack's what?
With a bunch of other kids.
Party
Jack
pack.
Box.
Jackbox Party Pack?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Those smartphones aren't a thing?
I'm gonna hang out.
And
with
the internet's in
Nikki.
its infancy?
Say again, Lupine.
I'm gonna hang out with Nikki then. I think. Just see what else they have to
Offer.
say. Yes, I like
Love
their. I like
blossoming in
their
the lake.
view on the world. So
Sure. Nice. And Diego, now that you've seen Peter in his full regalia with balls in his hand and jacks, anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna go take a nap in my bed.
All right, cool. So you head on back to the bunkhouse, and So we'll start off with Ben. Yeah, you find Lindsay easily enough. She is seated next to a wood pile against the mess hall and is jotting some stuff down in her steno pad.
Starting a fire next to the mess hall.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get for serving vegetarian food.
Hey, Lindsay.
Oh, hey, Ben. What's going on?
I just want to say thanks again for earlier.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's it was no big deal. You did well. You did well.
Do you have any other cool pictures that you drew?
Oh, well, I mean, no. I just, like I said, I don't. That's not what I usually do. I just did it because it needed to be done so that I could figure out how to actually create the fire later. So, usually it's just words.
Can you draw me like one of your French girls? Okay, well, you want to go for a walk?
Why?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to hang out.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so.
You don't have to. It's okay if you're busy.
Have you seen down by the lake? There's like this weird rock. It has some writing on it.
No.
I
haven't even been to the lake yet.
I have a theory. I think it was pirates. I think there were pirates here, and I think they, back in the treasure days and the gold and the Spanish galleons and all that stuff here in California, I think they came inland. That's my theory. I've got it written down here somewhere.
To hide their treasure?
Yeah, I think there's treasure hidden here.
That would be smart, actually, if they were pirates that came inland. Like
Right?
that.
That's exactly what
Nobody would come in that far to look for it.
Nobody is going to do that. Well, come on, I'll show it to you. You tell me whether or not it's actual like pirate writing. I don't know pirate writing, but
I don't either, but we can figure it out.
All right. Yeah, okay. Come on, follow me. And she trots down towards the lake.
And I go the opposite direction. No.
Hello?
Who is this?
And Rosa sees Nikki hanging out on one of the picnic tables by themselves and listening to the radio, their little personal transistor radio. Some really driving guitar riff thing that you've never heard before. It sounds completely different than the Beatles, is like what your parents listened to. Well, that and Perry Como, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go over and sit next to them. I imagine they're sitting like on the table with their feet on the veg and I'm gonna sit like on the I'm gonna sit on the table as well because I want to seem cool. Yeah. And hi Nikki.
Hey, what's up, Rosa?
I really like your t-shirt. What's it about?
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's it's this group. Oh man, they're out of LA. They are fucking sweet. I'm sorry, sweet. Shouldn't say fucking, but yeah, they're just really cool. It's like they're into like dark stuff, like black magic stuff, and it's
that's
cool.
So cool.
Yeah, my parents don't like it at all, but what do they know?
Parents.
Yeah.
They're never there when you need them.
That's true, man. That is so true. They were not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a thing happen earlier this summer, and it was really scary, and our parents weren't anywhere to.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. God, it makes me so mad.
Yeah, it makes you want to like set things on fire, right?
Well, I did get in some trouble a couple years back, and I just try not to do all that again. But,
oh my God, really?
I try to be like chill these days,
Yeah, I get that.
So much easier.
It's so much easier to just play along, right?
It is, to be honest. I mean, God, my folks do not leave me alone a single minute. I'm just so happy to be here at this camp because I got to be me, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you ever get that feeling like you're going to grow up to be your parents and like that's a real bummer.
Yeah, I don't want, my dad really wants to take over the farm when I don't I want to go do things, right? I want to go like explore and see things and
100%, man. Like our folks just do not understand that we live in a different world now. We can't be like the old traditional crap.
yeah. It's just so they just don't get it. Why don't they get it? I mean, they were kids once, right?
Well, they were something once, that's for sure.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know, Rosa, I think you're pretty cool.
Oh, thanks. I think you're pretty cool too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, thanks, I guess. Well, you know, maybe we can meet at the pyre tonight.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Is there a fire every night?
Oh, there's a couple. Don't worry, you're gonna find out about it as soon as Jeremy tells you. No wait. Oh yeah, don't worry.
Are there mushroom people too?
There's no mushroom people. Trust me. This is not the place for mushrooms.
It's a different story. They're bark people now.
Oh, Nikki.
Yeah.
Do you know about this kid? Do you know about Peter? I think his name is.
Oh, I know about Peter, all right.
What's his deal? He seems really mean.
He is. And one of these days, he's going to get his comeuppance.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Oh, hey, man, I love this band. And he turns up the radio. Summer breeze.
Oh, yeah.
Makes me feel fine. All right.
Nights in white sand.
So we'll move forward a little bit. Once the sun begins to set, kids begin to assemble with their smaller groups of peers to eat dinner. Some prefer to stay inside the mess hall where dinner is doled out onto paper plates and styrofoam cups. But others sit around small fires, spread out at various points around the campground, roasting hot dogs over open flame.
Real meat?
I'll meet you guys at pyre number 3, Harcourt says, his sagging plate piled high with dogs without buns and some runny baked beans. It's over by the horseshoe pit. I tell the best ghost stories, don't worry. He gives an exaggerated wink, then runs outdoors into the twilight.
I'm going to ask Nikki
If you what? Say again?
if he wants to sit with us.
Yeah, actually, Nikki is there in the mess hall, assembling some hot dogs and some potato salad. And they actually,
And I fall on the food.
yeah, bloop. They actually offer to fix you a plate.
Aww.
Oh, that would be really nice, Nikki.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
of course,
you.
man. That's cool.
I'm really hungry.
Relish,
Thank you.
The moment.
Yes.
onion,
Yes.
The moment.
Eggplant.
My
eggplant
moment.
emoji.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Oh man, I love everything. Dogs with everything, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
All right, but we'll fix the buns here with all the stuff in it, and then we'll go out and put the stick into the
Oh.
doggy.
Straight up in?
Straight up in there, middle.
Like this?
Like
Like
oh yeah,
this?
oh yes, yeah. You're doing it.
Okay.
All right.
I
Yeah.
started a fire that way.
So Rosa and Nikki head out to pyre number 3. Diego and Ben, do you guys want to do anything different, or you want to stick with these guys, or you want what? The food is basically just hot dogs tonight with some sides wherever you want.
So whatever happened to going to the rock and looking at the...
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we didn't do that, did we? Well, no. Actually, we're going to come back to that. So what happened is not yet divulged.
Oh, gotcha.
Time travel.
Yes,
Time
we're
travel.
moving along.
Oh, well, then I'm going to grab 2 wieners.
Cool.
And then I'm going to get a paper plate
And
and
then
put
you're
some
gonna
hot
get
dogs
some
on.
hot dogs.
Nice. And Diego?
I'm gonna load up
Whoa.
a plate with hot dogs. Considering I didn't eat anything at lunch, I'm extra hungry tonight.
Nice. Nicely done. Yeah. So, okay, you guys pile up your plates and I'll head out to pyre number 3. Again, the 5 of you sitting there. And counselors Lem and Tammy are sort of going in between, making sure everybody's cool with the flames that you're cooking your hot dogs, make sure no one's, monkeying around trying to make anything. Peter doesn't appear to be anywhere. He might be inside in the mess hall. Maybe doesn't prefer to be around the pyres. Give me a second here.
1.
Good. Okay. So, so you guys assemble and shove sticks into your hot dogs and roast them over the fire. And it's actually pretty good. These are actually all beef hot dogs, quite delicious. Nikki offers to cook roses for her if she wishes.
Damn.
Rosa and Nikki sitting in a
That
tree.
would be really nice. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. I got 2 hands, right? So,
Yeah.
If
no
you know
big
what I
deal.
mean.
Fingers and everything.
Uh-huh.
So, and after a while, as you guys finish your dinner, you notice that the Lem and Tammy sort of seem satisfied with how things are going, and they retire off to their main cabin, probably to do some paperwork or whatever. before
Together.
It's out.
Paperwork.
Together, actually, together, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nikki overhears Rosa say that and says,
Oh,
"Yeah, I think they're an item. I'm pretty sure they're an item."
Oh,
We all know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
that's weird.
It's definitely strange. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I would never. I mean, I would.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, how's your hot dog?
Oh, it's really good. Thank you.
They're not bad hot dogs, but the best hot dogs I had, you have to get in Chicago. And they know how to make a hot dog.
There's dogs over there.
Don't they not put ketchup on it? Though? A hot dog without ketchup? That's
Sacrilegious.
Someone say sack
Yes.
race?
Is it sack race?
No, sack.
Sack race?
It's just sack. It's
Religious?
just sack.
Just sack.
So much sack.
It's a sack race.
But
Oh.
now that the adults have disappeared back into their cabin, a conspiratorial hush falls over your small group. Harcourt looks each of you in the eye, then stares into the fire. Hot flames reflected in the thick lenses of his eyeglasses. If you read the sign on the way here, you know Camp Mulholland was established in 1935, almost 40 years ago. But what you don't know is who exactly established it. Oh, sure. If you read their pamphlet, which you didn't, it was some rich guy in Hollywood who built the place as a kind of retreat for underprivileged teens. Real Rockefeller stuff, right? That's just so crazy. Well, that's just a whole lot of bunk. What they call marketing ploy. Anyways, I can't blame them. Lem and Tammy took over the camp about 6 years ago after it had been abandoned back in the 50s.
Ooh.
They hired someone to write their pamphlets so they could attract more clientele, and I guess a murder-suicide didn't fit their version of a feel-good tree-hugging camp for kids.
Murder-suicide.
He pauses dramatically, obviously waiting for encouragement to continue.
What was that about?
Oh, okay, Rosa, just keep your shirt on.
Nikki's like, well.
After another exasperating pause, he draws a deep breath and goes on with his story. So it turns out this rich guy had a son, an illegitimate son named Joseph. As he utters the name, it's as if the word echoes in the still night, spiraling up with the ash and smoke toward the dark treetops, which now seem to be leaning in as if listening to the tale. Joseph, Harcourt repeats, was an unusual boy with an unusual face. Not exactly a deformity or birthmark, but something in between. Something different. His mother had died during childbirth, and he'd spent 14 years at an orphanage in San Francisco. People treated him like either a harmless puppy without a lick of sense or a freak of nature. He grew up without a family until one day he was invited to Camp Mulholland. His father, by this time, was racked with guilt. He kept tabs on the boy for years and finally got the guts to do the right thing. His plan was to tell Joseph the truth and bring him into the family fold. So he decided to meet his son here on this very spot, Pyre number 3.
Right here? This spot?
Right here. Right where you're sitting, Rosa. And you hear something scrambling in the bushes just on the edge of the pyre.
Oh. I'm gonna go, I guess, ooh.
We lost that last little bit from.
Sorry, I'm gonna move towards. Well, you knew what it was. I'm gonna move towards. I'm gonna move
towards
a
Nikki?
little bit
Make
towards
me say it
Nikki.
again.
Yeah.
All right. And Nikki leans into you a little bit.
Just the two of us.
So you hear the scrambling in the bushes behind you, Diego?
Look, it's not funny. The counselors are probably back there just trying to scare us.
Or doing something else.
I bet it's one of
true.
those. I bet it's one of those snake
Paperwork,
squirrels.
right?
Yeah, paperwork.
Why don't each of you give me a spot hidden?
There it isn't.
There it isn't.
I needed a 45. I got a 27. I successed.
I needed a 50. I rolled a 57. That's a failure.
I got a 48 over 25. That was a fail.
Told you it was a squirrel snake.
So
You're too busy
Rosa
making
is
out
too
with
busy
Nikki.
leaning into Nikki's warm shoulder,
Embrace.
underarm.
I'm
And,
too busy making
boy, it's
kissy
super
faces
sweaty.
at Rosa teasing her.
There you go.
Smell.
That's it. Diego is teasing Rosa a little bit. Ben is sharp-eyed and very alert. Sees something, a dark shape,
Ooh.
creep up the side of a tree that is just a few yards into the tree line, and then scramble up towards a large branch about 20 feet in the air,
Holy crap.
and then hang upside down. And in the glittering firelight, you can see a possum with several babies clinging to her belly.
Is it a possum or an opossum?
Is it a possum?
Anything is possible.
That's good. With babies?
Mm-hmm.
Quick, get Peter. Maybe he'll kill them all.
Oh, Peter.
If Peter kills the possum, we're killing him.
Right.
Yeah. Burying him, just drowning him out in the lake.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, shh.
I'm throwing him in the fire.
I said, guys, shush.
What's going on, Ben? What's
Quiet.
up?
Look up at the tree branch. It's a possum with babies.
Oh, look, they're so cute.
I said, shush.
Oh, sorry.
Guys, can I finish my tale? It's supposed to be a ghost story. God. All right. So, anyways,
Possum lands on his face.
Joseph met a dark figure in the woods that night, a week before his 15th birthday, and a few days before Camp Mulholland closed for the summer. He knew who the man was, and in a single glance, face to face, he knew that it was his father before a word was ever spoken. Then he attacked. No one knew exactly why he did what he did, only that his rage overtook him. At camp, he'd learned many skills, survival skills, used to trap and kill animals.
Oh.
And that night, he applied those skills to his father, strung him up by his feet, cut out his tongue, skinned him alive, gutted him like a deer until the forest floor under the trees where we're sitting right now was stained red with blood. He was found the next morning, flies buzzing all around, and some critters had got to his corpse, gnawing at the flesh all night long. An empty rowboat was seen floating in the middle of the lake, and some kids noticed a cinder block was missing from one of the makeshift shelves set against the mess hall cabin. Someone had stolen the rope from the tetherball, too. The lake is deep out there in the middle and muddy as sin. Even with scuba gear, it can take a while to find something in the weeds. It was 5 days before they found Joseph's body, anchored with rope and cinder block. The fish had been nibbling at him all that time, so you can bet it wasn't pretty. Everybody give me a spot hidden.
Ooh, I needed a 50 and I rolled a 43. That's a success.
Oh, I needed a 45 and rolled a 58.
I rolled a 3 under 25. That is an extreme success.
You see
So-
dead people.
Almost as if in disgust with this particularly unsavory bit of the story, Nikki abruptly gets up and stalks across camp. That's what Diego notices. Ben notices nothing because he's still sort of keeping one eye on the possum and getting kind of creeped out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ugh, nature.
but Rosa, because you were sitting right next to Nikki, you're sort of jolted rudely by this sudden departure. I mean, on one hand, you can't blame him because you can't blame Nikki because the story is rather creepy. But you noticed right before Nikki got up, they were watching Peter, who had exited the mess hall several yards away and was wandering towards one of the other campfires.
Is Nikki headed towards Peter and the campfire?
Seems like it, and is already making quite distance. But as you notice this, Harcourt continues.
Okay.
So as you can imagine, there was plenty of heat at the camp after that. Police did their thing. The Federales stomped in all over too, but it was pretty cut and dried. After a year, the camp reopened and things went on like normal. Until the zombies.
Zombie?
Or vampires. Or ghosts. Vampire or zombie ghosts? I don't know.
Wake me up when you hit Mothman.
Chupacabras?
Oh, look, all I know is they found a kid, drained of blood, dead as a doornail in his bunk. Something got to him during the night. So they put the body on ice until the authorities arrived. And when they opened the cooler, the stiff was gone. Except he wasn't. They found him out in the woods later that night, just wandering around perfectly fine. When asked, he said some kid with a weird face woke him up and asked him to help him find his daddy, lost in the forest somewhere. The cops thought he was just confused or sleepwalked, and the counselors weren't doctors, so didn't know the kid hadn't really been dead. Case closed. Nobody thought anything of it until it happened again to a different kid the next year. And another the next. All with the same story about a strange boy with a deformed face searching for his father. Finally, the owners had enough of vampire zombie ghosts and closed the camp down for good. Or so they thought. Hunters and hikers up this way say you can still hear the pitiful wail of Joseph as he looks for his dad out there in the wilds. A mournful wail suddenly pierces the night air, ululating like a forgotten song of grief in a long-dead language. It emanates from deep within the dark tree line, directly behind you at pyre number 3. Harcourt's face grows pale and scared in the firelight. He produces a heavy-duty, ever-ready flashlight from seemingly nowhere and points it at the thick wall of greenery, the beam of light shaking in his unsteady grip. Peter, is that you? That ain't funny, man. But the wail goes on, breathless.
Peter's over there. Peter, at the fire where Peter is.
No, there's nobody there.
Oh,
Rosa glances back and doesn't see anybody where.
I'm sorry. Oh, might be. He was over there, but he's not now.
This is just like him. He's probably pulling some prank or something.
Yeah,
somebody.
I wouldn't put it past him. Either him or some of the counselors or some of the older kids. Or it's always something like that.
Well, they taught us when we were earning our badges that, we got to be alert for anybody else in trouble. And I guess it could be somebody in trouble.
Oh, God.
Well, we can go with you if you need us to help you.
Look.
You'll go with me, Ben?
Of course, yeah.
I've got a flashlight, so...
Okay, just don't shine it at
Harcourt?
the possum. I don't want the babies to fall.
Hey, Harcourt.
How
many movies have you seen where
Lots.
this is how they start and everybody dies?
No, that's not until the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay, then nobody's gonna die. It's
Says
fine.
Yeah.
Harcourt.
Yeah. Or what? One more year? 75? Isn't that when Texas Chainsaw? When was Texas Chainsaw?
Chainsaw 74.
Okay, so
But
that's
that's
74.
that's a completely different thing.
Oh.
Guys, if you'll come with me, we can check it out, I guess.
Yeah,
Hey, it's your
I guess-
funeral.
we just gotta be careful of
I
bears
guess
and
let's
stuff.
go.
But I know there's maybe a bear. I don't know.
There's
I guess
bears
there
in
could be a bear.
California.
All right.
All right,
A lot
well,
of
I
them.
got this pad of paper and a pen. Let's go. I'm gonna start taking down your last will and testament. So,
leave
where do you
everything
want
to
all
my
your stuff to go
grandmama.
to?
She gets all my baseball cards.
And Harcourt enters the tree line with his flashlight out in front of him. Does
I'm
everybody
gonna
follow?
Go behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm
All
kind
right.
of casting as around long.
You're cutting out a little bit there. Say again.
I'm kind of I'm casting around for like a stick to wield.
Okay.
Goes-
Sure. Yeah, you can easily find a stick. No worries.
Okay. Yep.
Ben,
All right.
Diego, anything? I know Diego's taking notes.
Can't see him, but he's taking
He's
them.
gonna stab with the pencil.
I'm gonna pull out my Swiss Army knife
Okay. Fair.
and
Just the spoon.
I think the screwdriver part.
Nice.
The nail, the
The nail file.
yeah.
Yeah, because I've got a nail file, a fork, corkscrew, screwdriver,
All right.
and a spoon.
All right. Cool.
No knife.
All right. So as you creep stealthily through the jungle-like interior, eyes glued to every twitch of a branch, the flashlight beam picks out. Sweat slips down your spine. The wail grows louder, but also warbling in tone, as if the structure of sound is beginning to fracture. Both blind terror and a concern for whatever might be making that noise propels you deeper into the foliage. What if it's someone in need of help, you think? Though another voice, the one that whispers to you in the dead of night, replies, what if it's the ghost of Joseph? Finally, your group approaches a felled tree, the massive decaying log providing perfect cover over which to peek. As one, you all slowly lift your eyes over the obstruction to see Peter, several yards away, his back turned to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Rubbing sticks.
making out with someone? Two pale hands clutch him close. But Peter's romantic partner is obscured by his bulk.
Whoa.
Yet, the increasingly weakening wail emanates from him. Please roll spot hidden.
There it is. I needed a 50. I rolled a 24. That's a hard success.
Ooh, somebody got hard.
It's all the stick rubbing.
It's the erotic tapes.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
God
I need-
damn.
I needed a
Ooh.
45. I got a 7. This is extreme.
Yeah, that's
I
it. I
also
quit.
got an
You guys are
extreme
always
with
showing me up.
3 under 25.
All right. Give me a second
This
here.
is supposed to be my moment.
I want to
Holy
see him
cow.
kissing.
All right, so everybody got extreme except for Matt, who
We
got a
see
hard. Nice.
Everything.
Yeah,
All
rub
right.
it in.
So that's all really good, actually. So, okay. So what happens is, as you watch unbelievingly as what's transpiring there, we're going to give this one to
Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa definitely had the better success here, but you all had really great success. Okay, so Diego sees a flash in the moonlight
Oh.
just onto one side of red hair. Ben
Mm-hmm.
sees a flash of blonde hair. Rosa sees a flash of blonde hair. But then as the figure shifts to the other side, it's red hair. Harcourt whispers, are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, he's snogging someone. What about it?
Who's is he kissing?
I can't make it out. Can you see who it is?
Guys, that sound doesn't sound like somebody who's kissing somebody. It sounds like someone in pain.
What do we do,
doesn't-
Ben?
Give me your
Should we-
flashlight.
I'm
Here.
gonna pick up a rock and chuck it at him.
And I shine the flashlight and say, in the deepest voice I can muster, "What are you guys doing out here?"
Clearly startled, whoever is kissing Peter turns the boy around as a shield against the thrown rock, maybe. In the dim light, you can see Peter's pale, dazed face with a slight smile. The wailing ceases immediately. Then, a trickle of blood oozes from his open mouth, staining his chin and the front of his t-shirt. By the time he begins to topple forward, face first onto the ground, the shade behind him has scuttled deeper into the gloom. Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft Tapes.
I'm not sure what just happened. So he turned around.
I
So
don't think Peter is.
Peter turned around with the person.
The person turned Peter around.
Okay, I misunderstood that. I thought you said that Peter turned around using the other person as a shield. Okay. Okay. Oh, it spun Peter around to face us. I was thinking they were embraced and they turned as one unit. Okay, that's where my brain went. Okay, good. Whew. Whew. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Wow.
Cool. Any reactions from the scenario in general?
I don't want vampires. You're eating maggots, Michael.
You cut out there again.
I'm intrigued. Ah,
I mean, who doesn't love a
This
good
sounds
spooky
setting
camp
dark.
story?
right? And
This is going to be cool.
the mystery of who it is and where's
the-
Nikki and
Well, the stories of the blood draining, which is usually like a tack on to what the real story was, which is a murder
Attack on
suicide
Titan?
maybe happened. And then
Yeah.
the tack on is the monster that came
Titan?
from it. So that would be cool if that monster's real.
yeah.
It drains the blood of campers.
Well, I mean, just like the camp story, if the camp story has any truth to it at all, because
mm-hmm.
I mean, kids have told those kind of stories at camp.
Yes.
Ever.
Well, and how does just like a game of telephone? How much does it change every time it's told? You
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
how far away from the truth does it get?
Yeah.
That'll be cool to find out. I like
All right.
it.
Well, we will. But for now, it's time for some hashtag recommendments where we share some of our geeky obsessions. Please roll D100.
D nuts. Got him.
nuts.
AD.
A 25.
They did.
All right. Brian, why don't you start? Or actually, Rosa, start us off.
Yeah. Okay. So, I am going to go kind of general today, and I am going. Sorry, I am going to recommend the. I mean, it's kind of a concept of mystery novel. Just because I've been enjoying mystery novels, and I know it's not
totally a horror thing. I mean, you can read horror mystery novels. I really like the horror mystery novels, but like the one that I specifically been reading is Mary Russell. I'm totally blanking right now, but she's the the character is Sherlock Holmes' younger, or no, she's his wife. She's married to
Oh
Sherlock
yeah,
Holmes.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's just really fun because I always enjoy novels where, like, with female characters, especially female main characters doing what's traditionally male. And I don't know, just to see the juxtaposition of Sherlock Holmes and Mary Russell. He really respects her in the book, that I really find interesting. And it also, I never liked the original Sherlock Holmes. I know, right? Stab me in. But I never really liked the original Sherlock Holmes because he always seemed I think they might be I constantly question whether Arthur Conan Doyle is smart enough to make them a satire. Because they're a really good satire if they are. But if he was really doing hero worship, and I kind of think he might have fairies, they're really funny if you read them as a satire, the Sherlock Holmes novels. And this series with Mary Russell is very interesting because it humanizes. It turns him into a person. And I really like it. And so I'm just really enjoying these novels. Again, I'm completely and utterly blank. But she is Sherlock Holmes, the character. And I have one.
So it looks like it's the Mary Russell Mysteries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Awesome.
And just, even more generally, just mystery book. I've been really enjoying mystery book, and
Nice.
I have. sorry, Jeremy, but mystery books have been really, it's like going to when I was getting.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for that. Mary Russell Mysteries. Sounds pretty cool. Brian, you're up next.
I am. Oh my goodness. Well, then I guess I'll have to recommend Serious Sam, Siberian Mayhem. Just came out. I always like the Serious Sam games. They're fun, a little repetitive sometimes, but this one has a full-blown story that you can play through. So I know, right? With all the action, but it's how can I explain it? If anybody's ever played Serious Sam, basically it's a first-person shooter, and there's wave after wave of monster coming at you, and you have to get to checkpoint to checkpoint to checkpoint. This is actually a full-blown open world, and you have a storyline where you're trying to figure out and find this scientist so you can stop some. I haven't gotten that far yet, but you're there to find the scientist because you were told to bring him back so he can save the world. And he's in Siberia. So you're encountering all these monsters. There's tons, my favorite part, because I love to explore. There's tons of hidden loot and specialty things that you can get right off the bat of the game that normally you wouldn't unlock until later in the game. So Very, very fun, very fast paced. I went into an area I shouldn't have gone into right off the bat and died immediately. So it's cool that they did an open world aspect, because usually they're pretty linear for these games. But they also have the survival, where you can just do like the wave after wave and see how far you can get. So they have the old school as well, which I appreciated. I haven't played that part yet because I dove in and I played for about 2.5, 3 hours, and it's a good game. Really smooth, very fast paced still. You still move quickly like in the previous games. So if you're a fan of first person shooters with a lot of action and a lot of mayhem, definitely check out Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem. It's fun.
Amazing. Good. We'll check that out. And Matt, you're up next.
I might be a little late to this one, but I feel like it deserves the shout out nonetheless. So tonight I'm going to recommend The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, the successor to Breath of the Wild, which is out now on Switch. And honestly, Breath of the Wild was originally the reason I bought a Switch, was to play that game, and I loved it to death. It's amazing. But once you play Tears of the Kingdom, it feels like a much more refined version of Breath of the Wild. You can see they very clearly, very closely took a look at what worked in the original Breath of the Wild, and they took that and they refined it, and then they went and they added to it. So not only do you have the great open world exploration and the freeform, puzzle solving, and you're hunting down Korok seeds and solving dungeons and shrines,
Puzzles.
but this time there's the added twist of you're not just in Hyrule, you're now also above Hyrule. There are areas in the map that have giant floating islands in them, and this second layer of the map is its own mystery for you to solve. Has its own special kinds of puzzles. When you're on the ground getting something from point A to point B isn't that difficult, but when you're in the sky and you need to get something from floating island A to floating island B and there's nothing in the middle but air, then it becomes a bit of a challenge. So you're moving around through different layers. The biggest thing they added is what are called zonai devices and a building mechanic. So they give you things like wings that can glide, and fans and control sticks and wheels, and you can basically use your powers to stick one thing to anything. And if you go online and you don't even have to know much about the game. If you go and you look up some of the crazy things people have built in this game, it's insane. And you don't have to be a great builder to be able to make it work. It's super easy. There's nothing complicated about it. If you stick, 4 wheels to a piece of wood and you put a steering stick on it and you hop on, it's a car and it drives. The beauty is in just how complicated you can make things and how you can use the resources you have at hand to creatively solve problems and puzzles. And I love it just as much, if not honestly more, than the original. And if you're a fan of open world games that offer lots of exploration and you're like puzzle solving and the world of Legend of Zelda in general, I can't recommend this game enough. It is absolutely amazing.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Pat. And I'm going to wrap us up here, guys. Because I'm a writer, webmaster, IT guy, podcaster, much of my time is and always has been spent at a desk, usually in front of a computer. It doesn't help that I love movies, where I can also be seated for an inordinate amount of time in front of my home theater. Plus, I've been taking a lot of car trips, right, Lupine? During the pandemic. My posture has never been anything to write home about. And lately, my back has begun aching somewhat more than usual. I'm sure it has nothing to do with age. But so after a few rounds with Google, I found a possible solution. Purple. In addition to their regular line of products, this colorful mattress company offers different seat cushions made from a thick gel in a grid system designed to support your weight and distribute pressure more evenly. They came highly recommended by popular tech review sites. So I ponied up for the Royal Seat Cushion. It's pricey, I'm not going to lie, but so far I've had good results. This
nice.
particular size is multifunctional, so I can move it from car seat to office chair very easily whenever I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time in either. Bonus, having one of these cushions has also made me more mindful of regular stretching and developing my core to help alleviate pain. I like this particular model, but they make larger and smaller versions depending on your preference. So check out Purple if you got the means to do so. So far, I've been pretty happy.
I was always curious about their mattress. I've watched a bunch of stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just interesting, very interesting company.
Yeah. Very, very. I like any company that puts tech forward. So
Yeah.
use science to your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. And if you like this, what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, visit lovecrafttapes.com for up-to-date information about our podcast, or just look in Times Square and subscribe to our live streams at twitch.tv/lovecrafttapes or youtube.com/lovecrafttapes. You can chat with me in real time at discord.lovecrafttapes.com.
And if you want to find me and talk about, hiding snakes in beds and other things I can do to get back at Peter,
Whoa.
assuming he comes back from this, who knows? I'm open to all sorts of classic summer camp pranks. Hit me up on Mastodon at The Real Weird Kid.
Woo.
And if you want to get stuck in a boat middle of the lake, too bad. But you can find
He's
me
on a boat.
flippy flappy. You can find my link tree at linktree/Lupine Vendetta, all one word, and getting stuck.
All right. Right.
If anybody would like to join my fire making cult now that I'm a professional, just look for the smoke signals in the sky and venture forth.
All right. Until next time, roll for Tempe.